good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you're watching this, man. This is Marquis Walker, aka Severe, aka Severely Yours, man. Yo, this is the THHC podcast, the Hip Hop Connoisseur podcast. I got a special host, special guest host, special person on the podcast. We're gonna be breaking down an album. We're going West Coast, man. We're going to Cali, we're going to LA, but right now he's in Nevada, man. We're gonna check out whatupVERN, man. What's good? What up, Vern? What's good, baby?
What up, man? What's good with it? The man, what up, Vern? AKA King Serene, AKA Vernon Hayes. What it do?
I like the AKAs, man. I like everybody with AKA. That's hip hop right there, dog.
You know what it is?
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have like 40 of them or so. You know what I'm saying? Did you have a first like hip hop name that was like back in the day, like Professor Ski or something like that?
My first hip hop name was Young Chill. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you know we all had those horrible beginnings.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. I had Professor Ski. My boy was Professor Rock, and we was break dancing, rapping, anything you could think of, spray painting, anything that was hip hop. We was trying to do, man. You know what I'm saying, with our corny names, man.
That's how I start, man. Got to start somewhere, family.
Let's shout out to two people in the chat real quick before we get the show rolling. We got hashtag Ben Frank, man. Shout out to Ben Frank, salute. And we got Analog Lady. I haven't seen her in a while. What's up, Analog Lady? Salute.
Oh, listen, that's the sister right there. That's my people's people.
Yeah, I haven't seen her. She hasn't been on social for a while. I think she was taking a break. So
hi, Tasha.
Yeah, give the government name. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Analog Lady, man, in the chat, man. You know what we do before we break down the album, man? It's new music. It's Friday, man. We're gonna talk about some new artists that released some joints. And speaking of Queens, man, the first person that released the EP. She hasn't, again, she's kind of been off the radar for a while. But Backwoods Sweetie put out an EP.
Listen. I just was in Backwoods DM. And I got to look at my budget because she told me let's get it together. Let me see what the budget look like. And I ain't gonna even fucking lie to you. Like, no disrespect to nobody. I don't know where y'all at in your musical journey, but I feel like a lot of us are peers and we're in the same place. Yeah. So I don't pay for a lot of shit as far as features. I'm gonna pay her. You understand what I mean?
No, that's what's up. No. Listen, that's what's up.
Yeah. I'm gonna pay her.
That's giving her the utmost respect and honor, man. Yeah, she's dope with the bars. She's dope with the content, the substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Backwoods Sweetie. She got an EP. It's called Ancestral Aspects. The EP is four tracks. Go check it out on Bandcamp. And I think eventually he's gonna go on DSP, but it's on Bandcamp right now. So go support all the artists on Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying? All right, number 2 that came out today is Rick Hyde. He's from the BSF camp. Benny camp. It's called, I think, Lupara or something like that. I think. I don't even know what that means. I guess they gotta mean. Is it Lupara?
Sound Latin.
Is that what it is?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna Google it.
It's Lupara or something like that. Lupara.
Yeah, it sounds Latin.
It's Latin. Probably mean drug game or something crazy. Like BSF. What they like? If you listen to Rick Hyde, you know.
Right, you ready?
What is it?
Lupara is an Italian word, we should have known, used to refer to a sawed-off shotgun, the break-open type. Yeah.
We should have doing something gangster, something in the streets. Shout out to Rick Hyde, you know what I'm saying, throwing some. I ain't gonna lie, some of the street dudes, they do be throwing in little monkey wrenches on their titles, and you gotta be like, look it up and stuff. But if I reviewed it, I would have looked it up. But you know what I'm saying, I'm just quoting them. Speaking of street dudes, man, number 3 is Huss Kingpin. He put out a joint called Threesome 4 Dirty Secrets, man. Like, and I'm a fan of Huss Kingpin, man.
All right, listen, Huss and me work with we got a couple of mutual people we deal with, and he is always gracious when I talk to him on Twitter. And I fuck with Huss because Huss is a concept nigga. His shit always got some wild shit going on. And I fucks with him in them covers, like the old model covers and the threesomes and shit. Salute to Huss Kingpin. Do your shit, Aki. I see you.
Shout out to Huss Kingpin. Like you said, the benches covers and the crushes you be having on with certain women, man. You be blessing. Like this one's a series. This is number 4, man. And he did this one service again, dope joint. Man, so shout out to Huss Kingpin. Number 4 is Spoda. It's called Dawn Spoda. I'm never sure if you heard of this dude. He's new to me too, you know what I'm saying? But he's pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? So I've been kind of tapping to his work recently, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to John Duvall. Peace, y'all. Much respect to my man Vern. That's what's up, man. Respect, man. That's what I'm talking
One
about.
love, John, for real though.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Number 5 is New Villain. And the producer's name's NK. They got a joint, and this is like you said, talking about like certain albums that they have concepts. This guy's a kind of cartoon, kind of like anime type of rapper.
Yeah.
He likes those concepts. New Villain, and it's from the Villain with Love 3. So of course it's 2 more before that. Number 6, I'm not sure if you know this producer, but you should, man. Brahma Bull, man. Brahma Bull. This dude, man, is fire, man. He just put out Evolution 4. He's gonna be on the podcast soon, so y'all look out for that. But have you heard of Brahma Bull?
Man, have I? Come on now.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, I think I didn't reach out trying to get that work. If not, I didn't meant to. But yeah, Brown nice. Brown nice.
Brown was nice, man. So he will be on the podcast soon. I actually just locked that in today, messing with him, talking to him.
You make sure you let him know Vern trying to holler.
I will. You already know that. He should be. He said he might be coming on watching, so hopefully he's watching this and he'll see this, whatever. And plus, I hit him up anyway. The last joint before we get to the album, man, is Chase Fetty. It's called Blender Talk. And Chase Fetty, man, I like his voice. I know he's a street dude, but I like his voice. I like the way he rap. I don't care what you rap, but as long as you keep my attention and it's a dope project, I'm in, man. So Chase Fetty, Blender Talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? So those are the joints that came out on today. I know there was more. You know, a lot of people like, oh, what about so-and-so? Like, let me know in the comments. Like, I only got 2 ears. I do my little research, and I listen to these albums too. So it's not like I'm not listening. So I listen to them either day before or today or Friday. You know what I'm saying? And so just in case somebody got some feedback, ask a question, I could be like, oh, that track, blah, blah, blah. I really listen to these joints.
Hey, shout out to you for the platform for people like me and all the people you mentioned and all the people you bring your light to their project and their art. So we got to give shout out and homage to people like you that give us this space. So salute to you, Aki.
Hey, man, listen, man, I really, really, really appreciate that, man. Appreciate the shout out, man. And yeah, man, I live hip hop, man. That's what you do, man. I love it. You know, if I have 1 or 1,000 fans, I'm getting up, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing it every Friday, man, putting new content out there, trying to get new artists out there, some shine and some love, man. That's what I do, man. That's what it should be about, man.
Said that's all.
All right, so we gotta get into this project, man. Listen, I'm gonna be introduced to the project and I'm gonna throw the tracks down. So y'all know how we do it, man. Basically, you break down each song by song, man. I go first, of course, and then the artist goes second. They might have a story, they might have something with it. We're gonna break it down, man. Let's talk about it, man. THHC podcast, episode 152, man. What a burn, man. Lost Angel in Sin City, Gallery Piece Vacation Renovation, man. Review. First question though, Vern. So you have the Gallery series, right?
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna talk about that a little later. But so this is part of the Gallery series because your Gallery series is like EPs. So
I love this question. Okay, man, peep it out. So, like you said, the Gallery Pieces is a series. This is like if you look like you around the same age as me. So yes. You remember the National Lampoons and they had the little spin-offs.
Yeah.
Would be that. You understand? Basically, the concept was the curator of the gallery burnt out doing all these exhibits and these pieces, takes a vacation, goes to Vegas and basically loses his shit. You know what I mean? He go to vacation to let his hair down and get a little lost. But it's definitely part of the series. It's just a little spin-off.
Now, see, I did a little research, right? Now I know the movie clips you were using, it was from Fear and Loathing, which is a movie, right? And it's a someone who didn't see this movie, man, it's kind of out there. It's kind of out there. Johnny Depp.
It's my favorite Johnny Depp movie, man. It's just a classic. And it's a true story.
Is that a true story?
Bro, that's a true story.
Get the are you serious?
That was about it was a writer and his attorney. That's a true story. Look it up.
Yo, I was looking it up, doing all the research and stuff, and I was, of course, rewatching the movie and stuff and just cracking up. And I'm like, yo, this is because when I'm listening to the album, going, yo, this sounds familiar. I kept going, where's this from? And I kept saying, I know this movie. And then, like, you know, I was like, Fan Loathing, and I was like, that's the movie. So, you know, I looked at it, I go, it's a term coined by, you know, esteemed gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thomas in his memoir. Fear and Loathing is in, you know, Loathing in Las Vegas. The term refers to the consumption of near lethal amounts of hallucinations, narcotics, stimulants, alcohol, and tobacco. There's a, you know, and it's a 1998 movie with Johnny Depp. You know, that's very trippy. You know what I'm saying? So, why would it be one of your favorite movies? Like give me one of the reasons, because it is a good movie. It is good. A lot of people either love it or hate it. Let me put it that way. People either love it or hate it.
Well, it's wild, man, because like in my youth and shit, like me and my bros, we used to leave from LA to go to San Diego because the Tijuana border, you can party and drink and shit before you 21. But it used to get real wild, man. Like niggas used to get out there and fucking pop E and do drugs and, you know, 3-day binges that like you wake up Monday and you don't even understand how you functioning. So when I saw the movie, I could relate. Plus, I mean, like I'm really in the film, and Johnny Depp is that dude, and he really like the way the movie is. They put you in their place, like that's why this shit is all trippy throughout and shit be spinning around, and it's just a dope ass movie. So when I was doing the project, I knew I was gonna pull from it because anytime I think of Vegas, I think of that movie.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I keep forgetting that's where they was at. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Necklace Cage, man, another fan, man. He's up in there saying peace. That's what's up, man. You know, they doing their little chats back and forth. What's good, man? Let's get right into the project, man. Let's start playing. Another person in the chat is Zar Hill. What up, Zar Hill?
Hey, listen, 1 second on that. Shout out to Zar Hill. Y'all love that fire artwork on this project. That's who did it. Yeah, all the gallery piece artwork. That's who did it. And I'm hoping I get an email from you, Zar, because you know what we talked about this week and you know what I'm doing. So I hope I got something waiting on me pretty soon. Shout out to Zar Hill.
Shout out to Zar Hill and everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate it, man. Nick Cage is the GOAT, Ben Frank says, man. Zar Hill got the prayer hands. He must know what's going on. You know what you're talking about. Let's get right into the album. We're going to go tat for tat, song for song, man. Listen, What Up, Vern, Lost Angel, and Sin City, Gallery Piece, Vacation, Renovation. All tracks produced by Urban Nerd Beats. One track was helped, but I think track 8 was Savaughn Thomas, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So I usually say I'm coming to Boston to wherever the artist said. We're going from Boston to LA, man. So east to west, man. This joint came out June 17, 2023. 43 minutes, 12 seconds, pretty much exactly, man. Let's talk about number 1, man. Get Away, man. So from the start of the record, man, you know, say what the young lady said, you know, be good and all that, right? Basically, you know, I just want to shout out to her. But from the Don't Be a Hoe intro to the distorted piano track, artist What Up Vern has my attention as he gets away mentally and physically. It's a strong intro for the record, man. Talk about that record, man. Talk about who told you to don't be a hoe too.
Oh man, I gotta give a big shout out to my heartbeat, man. That was my daughter, Trace Dior. Anybody that follow my music notice she always on there somewhere in some form of fashion. And as far as Getaway, like when I speak on the album in different interviews, I trip people out because I let them know like that was the very last song I did. The intro was the last song I recorded, and it came about because I just felt like I did it. It was like a move. It was like before I did the intro, it's like you walking in on the movie and it started already. So I needed you to get the credits. I need you to get the opening credits and that opening scene, and that's what I feel Getaway is for the project.
That makes a lot of sense, man. And here's the thing, like I always tell people, man, you know, I'm gonna call this you know, I'm calling it a project, but that's not a project. I'm gonna call this project an album. It's an album. It's not a project. It's not a series of songs that got hits here and there. So this like you have some thought process into it. It's a conceptual album. It's something that you know, that a lot of people can relate to. You know, like we was talking in the green room about going to Vegas. You know, say I took a trip, but it just went crazy. Pretty sure a lot of people got those stories. And not just that, man, you moved to Vegas recently. So give us a reason why you from Cali to Vegas. What was the reason behind that, man, for moving to?
Well, I'm like you said, originally from LA. So shout out to South Central and everybody at home and shit. But I was in this town, maybe 100 miles out of LA called Bakersfield. I worked for the government, and you know, I had 2 back surgeries, and that job came to the end, and that was the only reason I was in that town. My family been out here in Vegas for maybe 10, 20 years or something like that, and daughter getting older, and it's just been us where we was at. Decided to move and get closer to family and try to, you know, try something new, bigger city, more network opportunities, because everybody come to Vegas. You know what I mean? At one point or another, shout out to Jay Thurman. He came out here. I hooked up with him. Shit, you know, so I just came out here for a new start, some fresh air, and, you know, try something new.
Yo, we got the queen in the chat, man. SP, what up? SP's in the house, man. What's good, man? She said salute, hey love. She's talking to you, not me, man. She like you more than me, man. So I don't know.
You know, me and Shawana go way back. That's big sis right there. What up, love? How you feeling? Happy Friday.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get into number 2, man. Casino Steps, man. Another banger, man. Rapper found Sin City, but lost himself during this visit, man. Vernon is a different person on this trip as he trips throughout his stay. Talk about Casino Steps, man. What's up with this joint?
Well, like we were saying in the backstage before we started, you know, when you come to Vegas, man, like you don't even have to partake in none of the shenanigans. But if you out early enough, you're gonna just see shit. You know what I mean? And that's how Casino Steps kind of came about. Just some of the times I was out running around earlier, you just, you know, like you'll be bike on the freeway and you'll see a whole family on the side of the road with a sign like hitchhiking because they done lost every fucking thing.
Yep.
You see couples arguing coming out of the casino. Maybe he was looking at the waitresses a little too hard or whatever. You know, so Casino Steps is a perspective. It's like you take a kind of a step back to look at Vegas and what it's doing to you. You know what I mean?
Nah, 100%, man. Like I was like, so, you know, it's like I gotta probably like eventually put more to the page. Like sometimes some songs need just more explanation and more bar worthy explanation too. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? Like not only that you got bars, you got storylines, you got a lot of things going on in these stories and these songs, and they just need to be appreciated, you know what I'm saying? Ben says we all in here, all family, all love, man. That's what's up, man. I'm so amazingly proud of you. This song is fire. She tuned in. She know the deal.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's funny when she was on the show. She thought every time like you dropped on a Friday, you know, like I would say you listen to like it'd be 20 records like I talk about, none of them, right? But then I go, what up, Vern? Oh, you know I listen to that. You know I listen to that.
Oh man, I mean, like she was very inaugural in my comeback, man. I had to take a long time off of rap, and I used to send Shawana shit before I even dropped it, just to get opinions and shit like that. You know what I mean? So same with Analog. You know, she's very, very important to me in my growth and my development. Always trying to find me opportunities. So, you know, I try to tell these cats like any man gonna win. Is women gonna push you to the top, bro? There ain't gonna be nobody else. It's a solid foundation of a strong woman that's gonna give you that push. So y'all be, you know, disrespecting the sisters and shit. You need to sit down and have that conversation and figure it out.
But it's
like
chill.
we like this. Women. We got to be like this. That's the only way.
Nah, you can't disrespect the women, dogs. They gotta stop. They gotta stop. Let's go to number 3. Bet on Yourself featuring Low Blow, man. What up, Vern? Raps on things that we think about it. You rap about it. That's what I like about you too. I could, you know, you're one of the people that are not scared to take a chance and put that shit in your lyrics. So we back in the casino this time with feature Low Blow, who is confident on being, themselves. They're both confident on being themselves in these bars. As the rappers play games, they're not playing on the mic though, giving helpful messages throughout the rap, throughout the song. So talk about Bet on Yourself, man, and the concept of this record. I like this one too. And if you know it's playing off the casino, I get it.
I'm gonna tell you, shout out to my man Low Blow, Inglewood, California. Nothing to see here. Y'all look that up, man. That record, I sent him the record, man. I just sent him the I didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing. I sent it to sent it to him. He laced me with the hook and the verse, and I was able to play off what he did. You know what I mean? And that's how that record came about. He blessed me. He knew the concept of the album, and he worked within them confines, and he gave me something to work with. And you know, I ain't ashamed to admit it, because you know, sometimes working in a bubble, you got to reach out and get new energy in order to, you know, bring out new ideas and new energy for yourself. So and me and Low right now, we definitely I don't know if you guys was up on my Distance Travel album, but just look up Low Blow if you can. Instagram, Twitter, find out who he is and they movement, and you're gonna love it, because they different than a lot of cats doing this shit. They got a lot more access, live instrumentation, just a different bunch of cats. So salute to Low Blow for that record. He blessed me.
I like that. Like you said, man, you're giving credit to, you know, the features, you're giving credit to Low Blow, man, and you're giving them, because like a lot of artists, they want to take full credit. Like, yo, listen, you need energy, man. Sometimes I need energy to do this. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I mean? It depends, man. Like you just can't, like, you can't do it all by yourself. Like we were talking about the ladies earlier. Sometimes the dudes give us a blessing, man. Give us a shot or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, metaphorically and shit. Shout out to Bully One. He say, "What up? What up, Bully?
What up, Bully?
What's going on, man? First time in the chat. Welcome to the THHC podcast, brother. We're going to number 4, Dazed and Confused, man. Clever bars and rewindable lyrics. I like the one you talk about. Hope she's not Billie Jean. Like, go into it. No, you know what I'm saying? But whatupVERN is overwhelmed and uncertain.
You froze up.
They catch that? Did I just? Oh, they just.
It froze up for a minute on my end.
So I basically, at the end, I said, as he breaks down his bud, he also breaks down his current situation. So let's talk about Dazed and Confused, man. Bars, rewindable lyrics, man. Like I said, the Billie Jean joy. I hope she ain't Billie Jean like Billie Jean. Right. I was like, oh, Michael, I was like, this dude's clever.
Oh yeah, I'm no Charlie Sheen, meaning I ain't got no AIDS, and I'm hoping she ain't Billie Jean trying to put no baby on a nigga. You know how that go. Dazed and Confused it was a vibe, man. The beat was just kind of fucking spacey. I'm a stoner, and it just, you know, put me in that space where I just want to just let something go, and I like how it came out. You know what I mean? With me, a good friend of mine used to be on Twitter. His name was Sincere. He used to always say to me, like, bro, you always hide the medicine in the candy. And what he meant by that, like, there's always a message in the shit. If you listen to it enough, you'll see it. But I'm not gonna beat you over the head with no preaching this, but I'm too grown to just be sitting here talking reckless. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you listen enough, you'll hear it. It's always something in there, you know what I mean? Because also a lot of this shit is like 60-50% of my real life. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
No, 100%, man. It's like there's messages in the content, this substance in the content. And this is when I always tell people, man, like, I might like, and you know, I might go, you know, I don't want to pick on nobody, but I'm gonna say a street guy. I don't want to name no names. I'm like, oh, you talking. So say like a street album, it might be dope. I might even give it 5 mics, right? Say I give it this album, the street album guy, right? 5 mics. All he's talking about is drugs, guns, whatever, ass cheeks, right? But I gave it 5 mics. I'm just giving an example. Then all of a sudden I give yours like say 4.5 mics or something, right? It's the same year. Your album wins album of the year. People go, yo, what the hell? What's going on? What's that? I said, yo, listen, it's about substance, value. I'm learning from this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you ain't too preachy. It's a lot going on. It's not just like the best rated album. You know what I'm saying? It's like what I'm getting from this album. I'm feeling this album. Is it giving me goosebumps? Is it teaching me? Well, like, can I introduce it to my kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. Like, people don't really understand. I'm like, yo, you gotta.
Well, you gotta know your audience, bro. And the thing about it with this shit with me is, I'm from a era where we had to pay so much to get into the studio, and it was so many hurdles just to try to get some material out. And now you got all this space and freedom. I'm doing it for us, my peers, my age group, and the people that still want that feeling, that feel like it ain't out there for them. That's why my shit sounds the way it do. That's why it's gonna be concept and put together a certain way, because I respect what the youth is doing, but I'm not them, and I'm not trying to get their attention. They're not like, you know, I'm unk to them, I'm OG to them. You know, if they listen, fine, I appreciate it, and I really hope they get something from it. But realistically, you know, they're gonna have to catch up later, because, you know, young people run around doing what they do. So that's what it is.
No, 100%, man. And shout out to Lace Hippies TV, another person that's new to the podcast. Ben Frank says, "Teach the truth to the young black youth." I love my chat. My chat. I told you when I get some people in, they be bugging, man. I love it. I love it, man. Let's get to number 5, Devil in a Sundress, man. Listen, man. Who's on the voicemail at the end of this record? That's the question at the end. But anyway, the hooks are just as powerful as the bars and stories. What Up Vern reflects on. We are conformed with the rapper's sinful language, metaphors, and verbal book that keeps us interested on what's going to happen next. And of course, I want to know was that somebody special at the end and talking to at the end too?
I'm not gonna say nobody special. I ain't gonna say she's not special. Disrespect her or nothing like that. She decent. We had a decent interaction when we was dealing with each other. It wasn't no bad note or nothing like that. And like I said, man, I hit Vegas. I'm a single dude, and I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like first couple months, kind of wild out. You know what I mean? I mean, it's it is what it is. Like, so,
you're like this, hands up, dog. Like, yo, it is what it is.
Yeah. So, like I said, I drew from a couple experiences and was able to pin that. But yeah, shout out to the lady on the voicemail and all that. And I hope you got your phone fixed. You feel me?
Yo, shout out to Devil. There's another hot joint, man. Real quick, the music matches the theme of the album. It's intriguing, soulful, and reflects the trippy vibes What Up Vern expresses, man. We talked prior to this, and I was talking about urban nerd beats. I mean, you haven't worked with that particular person or persons in the past, but how did you like pick these beats? Was it a pact, or did you pick the beats individually from this producer to create a solid project like this?
Okay, y'all, everybody that's listening, believe me or not, I'm gonna tell you the story. I'm gonna try to make it really short. I'll tell you how this shit went down. Okay, boom. I'm very public with the fact that I got bipolar disorder. I fuck with the depression and anxiety from time to time. I was having a day where I was feeling like I was going toward that space that I didn't want to go in. So I decided I'm gonna work through it. I'm not gonna sit here in no depression. I'm gonna work through it. I got on BeatStars. I found Urban Nerd. I couldn't tell you if it's one person or 20. I've reached out, sent the album. They don't, it's probably just get the bread and do what they're doing. But shout out to Urban Nerds. You got some incredible work.
Incredible.
But anyway, I will say the first 5 songs on the I don't remember the order of which ones, but 5 songs of the project was written, recorded, and mixed in a day. I did it all in the span of the day that I was feeling the way I was feeling. By the time I finished, I wasn't feeling it no more. It was supposed to be a 5-song joint, but then I went in, bought some more beats, and then I rounded the story out. But yeah, so yeah, that's how that came about.
That's dope. That's dope. And thanks for sharing, because a lot of people, they won't share like a lot of the stuff. But you know what it is though. I love when artists actually share. It don't have to be that person, but like when they share things that are personal to them, it really makes us or makes them more human. You know what I'm saying? And then it gives us, it gets us closer to that person. It gives a closer vibe with that person. I feel like I know you more. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because the thing, I mean, like I said earlier, bro, for me personally, I'm not knocking no artist or how you approach this shit, but
yeah.
I don't have a facade, bro. Like I can spin this computer around. You can see how I'm living, and I wouldn't even care what you think about it. That's not my life. I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm doing it. So I'm not gonna lie to you. That way, whenever you ever meet me or encounter me or whatever the case may be, you gonna understand it's the authentic article. Not saying with art you don't get to embellish and you don't get to. It's art. Create. Do what you got to do. But my approach is more realistic as far as I'm trying to give you more of me as possible in certain instances. You know what I mean?
Now Ben says music is therapy. That I guess goes to the question: is music more therapy for you? Because I know a lot of people say music is therapy, but is it more therapeutic for you based on your condition?
It is life, bro. It is so very important. So very therapeutic. And it's just a trip. It's a beautiful thing, man. And it's not just hip hop, just creatives, singers, spoken word, jazz. It's all just expression. And in this expression, I find common ground with a lot of people I've never met. I can hear it in their voice. I can hear their pain, their stories. So yes, it's definitely therapeutic because we're not alone. And a lot of people too proud to understand that there's nothing wrong with something being wrong with you unless you ignore it. Then you have a problem. You know what I mean?
Yo, 100%, man. Shout out to the chat for interacting, man. Shout out to Always Continue Culture. Another person new to the podcast. What's good? Yo, they just saying
that's
you know we do that.
That's shout out to Seb Chino. The next song you about to bring up, that's Seb Chino.
Oh, okay, Fan Loathing.
Yeah.
No. I'm about to do Fan Loathing first. We got to skip that one.
Yeah.
Seven.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's what's up, man. We about to do your song. Came right on time.
That's my nephew.
Oh, what's up, Neff?
My sister's baby.
That's what's up. What's up, Neff? Analog said, let your head down. Hey, Analog. We both, hey, come on, man. Stop. You ain't got no goddamn head no more. Now I'll just play. But let's go to number 6. Fan Loathing, Jaded. The lost angel, aka Vern, is lacking enthusiasm after too much of his sinful lifestyle. He's poetic and intellectual, making demon decisions, man. Talk about number 6, Fear and Loathing, man. Jaded, man. Talk about this track. Another dope track.
That Jaded is I think that's probably like maybe my number 1, number 2 favorite joints on it. And it's just, you know, we in Cali, man. Sometimes we just like that ride out. That shit, you just jump in the car and just roll the windows up and blow one. And that, if you heard the album, you know that's exactly what Jaded do for you. It's a trip. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just like on Jaded, I feel like it's just saying it's okay to be a little upset with your circumstances. You know what I mean? Don't cry. Don't no pity party or nothing like that. But it's okay to be a little upset with where you at. You know what I mean?
Nah, 100%, man. I like it, man. Let me throw my man's comment, your nephew's comment up, bro. He just throw a new comment. He said love, man. We're gonna talk about your song, you know what I'm saying, while you're on the screen, man. Number 7, Blackjack and Roulette featuring is it Skamatics? That's his AKA.
Yes, that's Skamatics. That's Skamatics is my young boy from Palmdale, California, producer extraordinaire. He produced my project SERENE all the way through. He a wild nigga, man. I be having to worry about him being free and, you know, staying out of the cuffs. But he's I honestly, like, one of my favorite artists I've ever come across in this indie space. Like, I listen to his shit more than I listen to a lot of people's shit. I just love his get down. His voice is crazy.
Nah, it's dope, man. I say on this one, man, the good and bad angel on Vern's shoulders balance him throughout his journey. Skamatics is just as dysfunctional, mentally adding value to the song, man. I like this record, Blackjack Roulette, man. Tough track, man. Just a tough track, man. You know, like I said, the album flows. Who curated the album? Was it you? Did you put the songs together, or you had some?
Yeah, that was all me, man. That was all me.
Man, you do that with all your projects, right?
I write them, I mix them, I master them. Czar do my art. Yeah, man. I put it together the best I can. I don't produce. I don't have the patience for it.
Hey, listen, you can't do it all, man. Calm down,
right.
Calm down. Nah, but yeah, that's dope, man. That you got all those skills, man, and you're mastering those skills. You're doing well, man. Because I've never heard a bad project by whatupVERN. I just never have. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. So let's go to number 8. Get Right Now, featuring Chino. Am I saying that right? Chino?
Yes, Chino. Yes, sir.
Right, Chino. Now, this was the track that Urban Nerds Beats and Savaughn Thomas did together. So the track sounds like it's on an acid trip, man, as rappers attempt to get right as the wrong surrounds them in the city of sin, man. Another dope joint, man. Loving the feature, loving the concept of the song and the record, man. Talk about, man, get right now. Get right now.
Well, with that one, man, shout out, like I said, the Urban Nerds. They did the beats. Chino actually helped me with the mixing and some of the arranging. And
Okay.
you know, I went and picked him up. We came out here, came to the crib, got right, and we wrote the song. And I needed the hook. He laid the hook for me and kind of helped me stay in pocket where we was. And I was like honored, like, you know, I'm a sentimental cat, bro. And I'm looking at this grown ass man that was, you know, a little ass kid, a baby and shit. Like he'll tell you, I gave him his first Bread 11 Jordans and shit. And you know, now we working on music as grown men together. So it's just been a journey just to work with my blood nephew.
Oh,
that it hit me in the heart. So yeah, that shit is always gonna be special to me. That's my joint.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When you have like actual family members or somebody really close to you that's actually doing something, it could be selling a book, whatever it is, and you can support them and maybe collaborate with them. Oh, it does feel like so great and so different, man. It's a blessing. You know?
And listen here, look up ACC or Sev Chino, man. He got his clothes. He does my merch as well, but he got his own shit going too. And he's a very talented dude, humble dude. Now, you know, let's keep that shit going. Support him, and we support you.
Shout out to SP. She said we're going about to lose in a while. Shout out to the podcast, The Formula, that I'm a part of with her.
Yes.
That we will be back soon. But anyway, she says, I'm in the boonies. I'm going to lose signal, but I love you guys. Love what Vern is doing. Very dope, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Love you, Sean.
You know what I'm saying? Bully One, I already let Vern know. Get Right Now is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Yes, sir. What up, Bully?
That's what's up, man. And y'all all better go listen. And some of these, they all better be your goddamn favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's go to number 9, man. This is, speaking of favorites, man, it's one of my joints, one of my favorites, man. Call My Bluff. Message clear. The message is clear. Control your own life, man. What Up Vern is demanding proof and challenging us to follow through, to call his bluff, man. His actions speak louder than his rhymes. And I think I can tell you're that type of guy. Like, I know you're an action dude. You're not one of them dudes like, oh, like, you don't procrastinate. I can tell you say something, you do it, man. So this song gives me that vibe, man. Number 9, Call My Bluff. What's going on with that record?
All right, look. Now I'm gonna be as real as I could be. You probably not listening. I doubt it because you know we fell out. But shout out to Moscato, man. That's who you hear on the voicemail. Situation was this. It was Ramadan. I'm a recent convert to Islam. Bro really called my voicemail wilding out. In time and in my studies, though, he wasn't wrong. His approach was wrong. You understand? How he came at me was completely out of pocket, but he was right in the message.
Yeah, because you're saying you can't swear if you're part of you can't do all that. Yeah,
right. And like I said, I'm new and I was already off balance, and he kind of shook me up with. I'm a high head, right? And we know mutual people in the city, and it's like I went somewhere else with it instantly, and I'm even calling, apologizing, talking to it with the brother and get it right. But that's how that song came about. Cause it's like you looking at me, I ain't no big dude or nothing like that. Don't fucking play with me though. Like seriously, like
it's just you got that temper.
It's not a good idea. I'm an Army vet, PTSD, bro. Shit get crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
I just told you I got a problem. I'm certified. Don't. You know what I mean? Like,
so, the card in my wallet telling me I can go crazy right now.
Yeah, listen, I got a pass. So don't. You know, that was just about the approach, man. Like, don't test me if you don't know my heart, bro. Because if you know me, it's to love me. I don't have enemies. I can honestly say I don't really think nobody's sitting around like, oh, when we see Vern. Because I don't move like that. So, you know, and shout out to Scatter, man. Islam is about peace and love. And you were telling me the truth, brother, but you got to kind of put some little sugar in that cereal next time. You feel me?
Well, not sugar, man. Maybe some artificial, you know, some
what they call stevia, some stevia. Yeah.
I'm messing with you, man. Yo, he said salams, man. You know what I'm saying?
Brother.
You know, say so. Yeah.
Mashallah.
Keep your peace, man. Let's go to number 10, man. Another favorite of mine too, man. Down SINdrome. I like the way you put that together, man. There are only sinful developments and evil and intellectual delays in Vern's chromosome 21. The truth will set this MC free, man. Shout out to this track. One of my favorites, a standout. I love this joint. Down SINdrome, man. Let's talk about it, man. Dope record.
I looked up and I had an anthem, bro. That's just how that shit worked out, man. I that's one of them where I put my head down and started going, and I looked up, was like, damn, you got something here.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, it just, sometimes anybody in the chat that do the pen and paper thing know how to get you block out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love the message in it because it's positive. You know what I mean? Like, you don't stay down. You gotta, you got to stay down and get what you got to get up out of here. And it's I don't sell a lifestyle, bro. Like, a lot of this stuff is, I try to say this as much as possible wherever I got a plan for it. I don't understand the fan that supports the artist that will tell them they will fuck their baby mama and piss on their kids and pay their rent and you ain't shit because you a square. When you got artists that's closer to your life and you don't support that. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't never sold dope in your life, but Benny and them is like your fucking coffee in the morning. Like, maybe it's the separate from church and state thing, meaning you don't know it, so it's fascinating. I don't know. But I try to I do it for the everyman, bro. You mean you might not be super square, you might have dabbled in the streets here or there, you know, and you trying to clean it up or whatever the case may be. I do it for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like that, man, and I like your honesty, man. And for some reason, I watch you on you was on a podcast. With oh Lord, why am I blanking out? What podcast was it? So I watched you speak before, and I seen you on your interview or two. So you know what I'm saying. So I could tell that you're an honest dude, and you're real, like, to a certain. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, you don't, and then you like one of them dudes that, like you said, you don't have to be He-Man, but you just don't fuck with him. Like, I get that.
Man respect man, bro. You don't know
what I get that vibe. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know at the end of the day you're a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I try to be, man. I try.
I know I can approach you and talk to you, but I can't like punch you in the face and I can't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just know certain things. When you meet certain people, like even from afar, you can kind of get a vibe from them and know who, what kind of character they are. And I know at the end of the day you're a good dude, man, good man and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. For real.
All day, man. Let's go to number 11, man. Leaving Las Vegas, man. Last track. It's time for Vern to get right and bet on himself, man. The Wild Trip has released many of his demons, and he's ready to return to his serene lifestyle. Or serene lifestyle. Serene lifestyle, I mean. And I wanted to use serene because that's just, serene digital. So I was trying to get that in one of these quotes, man. But let's talk about number 11, man. The last track, Leaving Las Vegas, man. What's up with that joint?
That's just what's the that last scene in the movie before the credits roll. You know that vibe when you in that good movie, like right when like Straight Outta Compton was going off, or the Biggie movie, or fucking New Jack City. Right before end, you get that moment, that one scene, then the credits roll and the music playing or whatever. That was what I was trying to deliver on that. I was like, okay, I have fun. I survived the shit. Time to get back to life. You know what I mean? Clean up my act, get back to where I'm going. And that's what I wanted to convey with that last song.
Is that your dog? Or is that a dog? Or
yeah. That's Dubai, man. That's
okay, I'm like I saw something moving. I'm like, something moving in the back.
yeah. She out here.
Supporting. That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Serene Digital, man. So is it a publishing company? That's
my little indie situation, man. It's my building it with my two hands, man. What I put my music out under, it's my DBA, my company. And it's music. I'm about to start a podcast in not too long. I got the merch and stuff already. It's just, I try to do everything I can do on my own to the best of my ability, and then hopefully some help will come along.
That what's funny? He just said I'm about to start a podcast. That was one of my questions. I'm like, yo, I seen you on various shows and podcasts, and I was wondering if you were going to start a podcast. Can you announce it yet or not yet? Not yet.
Yeah. I got it. It's gonna be called Population Control, and I'm working on the format, man. And I'm talking to a couple of people, saying if I'm gonna do it solo or I'm gonna give me a co-host. But yeah, man, I definitely want to start working on my next thing. I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing music, and I'm just interested in this whole space. So start, getting my feet wet over there. And I like to talk, and I'm an information junkie. So it ain't always just music with me. I can sit around and do this with anything. So
no, just like start SP, man. Like it's not just hip hop that we speak about. We speak about the culture itself and just any topics that could be hot in the news. And we want to like speak on everything that's going on, not just the hot stuff, but the culture and just getting things right, saying things right, researching, figuring it out, you know what I'm saying, through the podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons we started the formula. She actually started and grabbed me, we've been, tearing it up ever since. We got great guests,
yes, sir.
At times, and, and sometimes just me and her just, going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? It's good to have somebody, too. So I got a solo podcast here, but then, sometimes I have guests, but then I got her, in another podcast. And sometimes it's good to be solo. Sometimes it's good to have somebody to bounce things off of and have a different opinion on things. Right. And that's another reason I like to have guests on either or podcast. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's dope, man. I'm supporting that. Let me know when it's out. I'll wear this t-shirt and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna reach out and get some pointers from you. I like your setup. I like how you do your thing. I've watched a few of your episodes, and like I say, it's very important to support the people that support the independent artists, man. People look at music. Well, I feel like older people are just worn out and they just want shit handed and they don't want to look and find things. And I feel like a lot of the younger to the mid-level crowd is boutique, man. It's like what looks cool. You're looking at the sales of music right now. The big thing is 50 Cent just killed his tour while these mainstream artists that's up right now, they canceling concerts because they can't sell them out. They can't sell the tickets. And it goes to substance. Like I forget the brother name, but he said you gotta have the looks and you gotta have the music and the story. Older heads think it's just the music, younger heads think it's just the story. It's both, right? Yeah. It's both, and it's not a verses, it's art, man. Like I can't stress enough. There's so much room for everybody's art. Because what I like, you may not like. It's sensibilities. You don't pick what you like musically. Like you don't pick what tastes good to you when you eat. It either do or it don't. That's how this shit work. You know what I mean?
I like that, man. Shout out to Phoenix 510. Welcome to the podcast, man. But yeah, man, like 100%, man. Like you might like steak. I might not like steak, but I get it, man. It's like it's like in 50 Cent, and along with everything you said, 50 Cent also does his homework and does research on where he's going to sell out at, in a sense, right? Or where he has prior to, or where his sales is at. It's all it's a numbers game too. It's a lot of things that create people selling out, you know what I'm saying, or doing great in these concerts and shows and stuff like that. So a lot of people gotta learn from that, man, and have the patience. If you don't got the patience, you better hire somebody. 50 Cent said recently, he goes, yo, I've never been to Harvard, but everybody that works for me go to Harvard.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I deal with my nephew who's so many years younger than me, but it keeps me connected. It keeps me able to stay modern. Like if you're an older cat doing music, you can't get lost in what was, right? The Twitter debate is fucking Illmatic damn near every week.
Oh man, yeah, they gotta relax with that.
I love Illmatic. I don't ever have to talk about it again, bro. Like his second run has been better than his first, and that's I would debate that with anything. And Nas is my top 3, and this second run is better than his first. So
5 albums in 3 years.
And what does that show you? It shows you, one, this is not a sport. This is mental. This is experience. You can rap forever. I'm glad hip hop got old enough where you letting us get a little more wiggle room to do us. 2, it's growth. He got with all of one. Shout out to him, boy. He got with a Cali dude that brought him back to life bigger than ever. And it's just so like the purists hate that shit. They waiting for the Primo Nas.
Come on. They got they want the Pete Rocks and all that.
But look what you're getting. Look what you're getting. You're getting great Nas, the best Nas. Niggas was mad. Nas can't pick beats. Now that's not a problem, and you loving it. That's growth. Give things time to grow. Just give it a little time to grow. Like I may not like. I swear to God, I probably never liked Blueface, of course, but he could turn into an artist that grow and get some substance and some kind of scruples about him and end up being an artist that's different that I can like later down the line. You got to give shit time. I don't like it now. Don't like it now.
No, listen, 100%, man, 100%. Like, so people always tell me, oh, you're old head, you don't listen, give the new music a break. I do, and some of it I like. I might not like the whole album, but I might like 2 tracks out of the 20 that 21 Savage might have put out. But I'm not gonna like the whole album, so I won't do the review. I don't hate on albums. So the albums I review, I usually got a lot of love for them. I gotta like at least 75-80% of it before I, put my time and effort into it, because it's my time too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to it over and over again. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of the old and young debate, one of my first questions after the joint is, commercial hip hop has gotten away from lyricism, right? How do you feel about that? Like, because like the stuff on the radio, and the record labels, what they're pushing. I don't know. That's another debate. We can get into that. That'd be a 3-hour episode. That'd be like an episode for your podcast, right? But what do you think about the artists that know about lyricism, care about lyricism, but they rather let the labels or push this trash that they create?
I feel like if you really a student of this shit, and if you just run a fine tooth comb over it, every generation, every iteration of this hip hop thing has always had these moments. Every one of them.
100%.
When NWA dropped, they was the distraction. That took away from what rap was. And then it became the norm of what rap, gangster rap took over, right? But it's like the saying says, life will find a way. In every generation, you have the standouts that's going to make sure the torch burn the way it's supposed to burn. So I don't pay attention to when they say these things. They're not talking about me, because the youth control the movement. So what they're doing is just fine for what they're doing. Like, what people don't understand is this is what they like, and they control the movement. The youth will always control. There's nobody sitting around making anything for people my age besides fucking medicine and comfortable clothing. That's the only thing they got us in mind, like stuff like that. Everything else is youth driven, right?
Yeah,
so we was that youth at a time when they was knocking our opinion on music and the shit we was loving. There was our older cousins, our older heads that was like, nah, that's trash. So it's not fair. And I refuse. Like, I don't parent like that. I don't parent like my mama parented. I'm a single dad. My shit way different. You know what I mean? So I don't listen to music like that. My daughter be playing some shit. I'm like, oh, okay, what's that? All right, now I might not be able to get through 3 songs. I might be able to get through a verse or 2. Though, like, okay, I see what they're doing, but it's not a knock, because they not rapping for me. I'm their daddy, bro, or they uncle, old head. Like, you just come on, right? So it's unfair to judge it from our perch. If you don't, because our sound was judged. So it's so funny how we turn it around, like, oh, hip hop is trash, it's in bad hands. It's gonna survive like it always have.
I would never say, that's the thing. I would never say it's trash. And like you said, I think that's a quality point that you said, because hip hop does change. First of all, everything changes. And hopefully, you're one of them people that can accept change. If you're one of them people that don't accept change, I don't even know how you stay at your same job. I'm pretty sure your job changes, new computers, new this, new software, whatever it is. So I get it. I get hip hop is for the youth. You know what I'm saying? Because I was young at the time, but when we were young at the time, that's the same. The thing, when we was young at the time, we had different varieties of hip hop, and most of it was positive. But guess what? It was new to us, and it was new to them, and new to us. So now we got to keep it dancing, keep it fresh. And I get why it's here.
I do have one flip side argument to go against my own argument, because I understand this. Yeah. I understand this too. Our generation was the first generation that had to fight for hip hop. Our parents didn't want us listening to it.
Thank you.
Calvin Butts and them was rolling over CDs and shit in the street. The explicit sticker. So I understand how it's so personal to a certain demographic of hip hop heads, because it was part of our fabric. Like, I do feel like with the kids, it's sort of like just music. It's a thing. Like,
it's already accepted. It's already accepted. They didn't have to fight. They had to go to war, basically.
Our kids was born into a world with internet that didn't have DSL or dial-up. They was born into a world with Starbucks, right? So it's like the music. They was born, it was here already. Yeah. It doesn't have the same integrity We didn't know if it was gonna last. We remember it being included on the award shows. So it's a different thing for us. That's why I think a lot of us look down at it like y'all fucking up our shit. But nah, you gotta trust them with it. Like we had to be trusted with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. I like where you're going with that, man. We're gonna switch it up, man. What does hip hop mean to you, though? What is like the whole concept, the whole, the
It's life, man.
whole.
Anybody understand that this shit is not hip hop ain't me standing in front of this mic rapping, man. Hip hop is life to us. It's our culture. It's the closest thing to a lot. It's the closest thing to a culture that a lot of black people have. You understand? There are moments in this that resonate and they correlate with memories in your childhood. You can relate this summer to this album drop, or this summer when Juice came out. That's when you first kissed the girl. Like, it's life. Hip hop is life, and hip hop is the way we dress, the way we talk, the way we do this music. You know what I mean? Everything. So yeah, hip hop is life.
100%, man. A shout out to Welcome to
That's
Club
that's that's
Dynamite.
Club Dynamite, man. That's my bro. That's my business partner, my best friend. That's my nigga. What's up, man?
Salute, man. Welcome to the THHC podcast, man. Appreciate it, man. Subscribe, man. You better subscribe.
Yeah, hey, everybody that's listening, please hit that subscribe button. It's a good platform, man.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. Next question is, man, do you feel MCs have a responsibility to address social and political issues?
Nope. Not a responsibility. I think it's nice if people touch on it, if they have a platform and they feel it in their heart to do so. This art, man, you cannot tell people what to do with their art. And I mean, it's crazy as fuck, but you can't. Like, niggas gonna look at me sideways and crazy, but the dude, I don't know his name, the country dude that's getting in trouble for that shit, his song right now, what he did in front of the courthouse where they lynched somebody back in the day. And
oh yeah, I don't know the name either, but yeah, I heard about that.
But niggas will look at me funny when I say all this snatching and shit and him losing shit over that. That's wrong. That's his fucking art, man. Like, it's not for you. It's not for everybody. Like the Ku Klux Klan, fuck them and all, but they got a right to exist, and people got a right not to like you for whatever reason they don't like you. They can't act on that. They can't prohibit your movements and your life and your income over that, but they don't have to fucking like you. So I seen where Ebro was like, Drake never talk about black issues, but why do we have to? What, this is his art, bro. Like, does one architect got to build a certain kind of house because everybody else built that fucking house? Or can he do his weird shit and do what he do because he got the skills to do so? It's freedom of expression, man. And with that, you get highs, you got lows, you got good and bad, but you can't fucking tell nobody how to direct their art, man. That shit is crazy.
No, 100%. It's like, and I agree with you. I know certain questions is gonna spark a great conversation with us because like I said, I've been watching you from afar, and I said that I'm thinking about questions, and usually all my questions are different for every artist. So I try to like pinpoint and see what's kind of relevant to you and what maybe boil your blood to a certain extent to give you free range to speak. So that's
Right.
that's one of the reasons I said that. One of my next question is, I know that you're I'm gonna say pro gun. Let's talk about guns for a little bit, man. Like, what's your stance on guns, period?
My stance on guns is this, bro. Like, all the legislation and the gun laws and shit is silly because people that's doing this shit are breaking the law initially, so it kind of doesn't fix the problem. I think America has a really weird love affair with weapons in general, but I also believe in a world that is so random that you should have something to protect yourself if you need to. But like I said, I got a kid, I got a lockbox for my shits, and I think most responsible gun owners that give a damn take care of the shit the right way. But with any things, man, things slip through the cracks. Kids find shit. Like, we used to find shit our parents tried to stash or got in
yeah.
so it's crazy, man. I do now personally, like, it's a slippery slope, but I don't agree with people having assault big ass fucking crazy war weapons running around, bro. Like, I don't understand. Being a veteran really dealing with them shits on a daily basis, I don't see the practical use for them in the real world scenario. You can't hunt with them because you're going to tear up whatever you shoot with it. Even in home protection, to try to swing that around and protect yourself is not really going to work out the best way you wanted to as you could with a handgun. So it's almost like a pissing contest, in my opinion. But I don't infringe on, but I don't know these people's reasons. I don't know why they want them and why they so infatuated with them. But I know on that piece of paper that America holds so true, it's a right. And I think when you start fucking with rights and putting shit on the thing and then taking shit away, it's slippery. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be fucking with shit, taking shit away. You fuck around, end up back on the plantation somewhere. So just, respond. I'm about responsible gun ownership. You know what I mean? And I'm with that, but I ain't with all the NRA crazy, take it out of my bloody hands, Charleston Heston shit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm a licensed gun owner too, but it's funny because when I was young, I got the, I can say it now, I don't really got no charge, but I had illegal guns and I did stupid shit, right?
Right.
But I'm glad I never got caught up so crazy that I couldn't actually own guns now. So yeah, I'm a licensed gun owner. I got 3 handguns. I agree with you on assault weapons. Like, why do you need something like a bazooka or something, assault rifle, 16, 18, whatever the hell these things are? It's insane, man. And you know what it was all about. It's all about the money, and forget the laws. It's about the money. At the end of the day, it's about getting that money. You can sell these guns for thousands of dollars or whatever these things cost. It's about the money, man. And it is what it is, man. But let's switch the subject, man, because I don't want YouTube to probably cut me off.
Right.
Anyway, right. Speaking of battling and stuff like that, have you ever battle rapped? Have you ever really?
Oh yeah, back in the day, man. Like I went through almost all the stages of this shit, man. Niggas used to get down in high school and ditch school, go to other niggas' school and serve them up on their lunch lines and shit like that. And even in some of the clubs, like in Glam Slam in LA, that was Prince's old nightclub back in the day and shit.
Oh, okay.
Got down over there sometime. It was back. I did a project. If y'all can find it, find that shit. It was called Lethal Assault Weapons Part 1 with this crew called LAW, and we toured and did. I was like 16 or something like that, and we toured and we did this shit up in the Bay where we had a show with Hobo Junction. That was Saphir's crew. And we lit some of them niggas up that night too. So yeah, man, I battled and like now the way battling is like this shit is more like spoken word in some facets and then different things and others. So I don't understand it. And I don't think I would be good at it today. But
at least you're honest. You're like, nah, I ain't battling today. But
I've done it. Like I've had like situations, diss tracks with other cats and back and forth and all that. So part of the game. So yeah, I get down if I have to get down.
Couple more questions, man. We talk about your work in general, and then we'll get you out of here, man. And what are your earliest hip hop related memories? Period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you develop hip hop at 12, 10? Like, what song did you first heard here? Did your uncle introduce it to you? What happened with that?
My earliest hip hop memory. My big sister went up north. We had family in the Bay Area. She went up north one summer, and she came back with Run DMC. I think it was Raising Hell. It had a green tint to the cover, and I remember she playing in. You got the little double decker tape deck boxes back in the day, and she would never let me play it. She would just play it. And I could only hear bits and pieces. So my grandma finally gave me some money, and I went to the record shop, and I grabbed the same album, and I think I grabbed I think it was a UTFO album, and did like right around then. Right after that, I promise you, I was driving home with my mom, and she hit a bump, and back in them days, it made the radio station change. She hit a
the bump. Yeah, you right.
And when it changed, it went to EPMD. It's My Thing.
Oh,
and I lost my motherfucking mind. I completely.
This gotta be one of my favorite EPMD records. Period.
I tear up thinking about this shit. On God, listen, I lost my mind. I told my mom I will fucking take out the trash and fucking do dishes for a year. I needed to find that record. And when I got that, and after that, man, it's been crazy ever since. But yeah, It's My Thing.
That's one of the best EPMD records, period. Every time I hear Helicopter, I'm about to rap the whole goddamn joint. And there's no chorus, except for like what Paris says something like what Paris said in the, like
we won again. You lost goddamn.
Yeah, it's and it keeps going. They could have went
on
for another 5 minutes, dude.
And then when Jay flipped it with Foxy, years later, I lost my fucking mind again. Like, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah. That was my earliest shit.
Right. What'd you say? I got my boys in the room smoking. What'd you say? He said EPMD's over. Shut the hell up. You know it's my favorite group. So he's trying to start some trouble, man. Don't worry about it, man.
Top 2 group of all time.
Exactly, one of the best hip hop groups ever, man. Speaking of smoking, man, if you had to, like, they was like, yo, man, you only can smoke 3 strands, man. That's it, man. You can't. That's it. Here's the 3 strands. You got to pick them.
Tangy. What was it? Just cereal milk, and some form of cookies.
he got them all packed.
Oh yeah, man.
You didn't have to think about it.
Oh man, see the blessing with me, man. I'm a stoner by nature. Then, like I said, I'm off of 2 back surgery, so I get to smoke for that too. So, I'm always loaded. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, we ever meet, you know, we smoking, dog.
Definitely, 100%.
Yo, would you ever put out your own strand? And you know what I'm saying?
If I had the opportunity, yeah, I would love to try something like that, man. My brother Club Dynamite would probably be better with it. He's worse than me, but try to put out some kind of hybrid that was good for creativity, something that keep you sparked up and keep you with that pen in hand.
No, 100%. That's dope. Speaking of pen, man, hopefully I got all your records down there. I want everybody to tune in. I got your catalog down there. Hopefully your whole catalog. I got the records up top, and I got your EP streaming below. Speak about your catalog, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the catalog in general, man, and how much, you know what I'm saying, you love creating that, and you know what I'm saying?
Highs and lows, bro. Man. Highs and lows with the catalog, man. It's been a trip, and it's been very rewarding. It's been a learning experience. I'm looking at all this shit go across the screen, and I can look at albums that I remember. Well, shit, I didn't even know the mix on that one. Or You know, like that SERENE 2020 with the pandemic was a moment for me. Everybody rocking the merch. They had the sweaters out. SERENE did. Even DJ Pooh got a hold to SERENE and shouted it out. And they hit me at work. Like, nigga, DJ Pooh just retweeted your shit, and I damn near fucking broke into tears. So just looking at all these and seeing the work you put in, man, like, just keep pushing, because I feel like starting this year with the gallery pieces and everything beyond that, I'm somewhere else. Like, I feel like I'm like a Super Saiyan and some shit, like shit different. And I don't even want to shortchange the Las Vegas album, but like if Tasha's still on here, my brother know, like, I've been sending the little fillers around to my people. They know what the fuck coming next. And
shit.
I'm gonna just say it now on your show, bro. Like, I don't need you to crown me or nothing, but the respect level gonna have to be turned up after this next drop.
I love that.
Like I need to be spoken about differently. You know what I mean? And that's what the Vegas, like I said, is. For the people that know, if you know how to listen to music, you see what I'm doing on the indie level that's different than what other cats. And like I said, never shortchanging or knocking my peers. I don't do that. That ain't my thing.
Of course.
But it's different, and it's different in a good way, and it's different for the people that I'm trying to do it for. So older cats, just look for me, man. You're going to find what you're looking for. It's there.
Yo, 100%, man. Listen, be coming down to the end of the show. One more question before I get you to promote, and say something positive. It's, next week, next Friday is, August 11th, quote unquote, the hip hop 50th anniversary. Are you doing anything special, or is that day something to you this year? Something to you? Are you doing anything special?
I was thinking about a couple of different things. I might try to, do something, put something out, some kind of content as far as that. But I think it's incredible that hip hop is 50 years old and it's being celebrated. Like, you see this shit on CNN, dog, and fucking MSNBC. It's all over ESPN. Like, for those that don't understand how important that is, it's monumental. And I would just say, do your Googles, do your homework, and understand that just get this respect for hip hop and it to be validated and accepted. There was a time that black people, we lost jazz. You understand? Like we lost it. They took it. You understand? And they really tried to demonize this thing we love called hip hop. And it was very much under attack, politically heavy for years. And not just that, our parents didn't understand it. And people was getting aged out because the whole movement wasn't old enough for people to grow in it, and for our veterans to be able to keep going, like the rock veterans and the R&B veterans. So for us to stand on 50 fucking years, I'm 47. You understand? That's my whole life. That's what I said.
This is 49, man. July 29th. Yeah.
This is my life. I know this is my culture. Everything was stripped in the transatlantic trade, slave trade. This is our culture. So I mean, if nothing else, I'm gonna probably try to smoke 50 blunts. You know what I mean? Shout out to hip hop.
50 blunts. I like that. Yeah. Yo, good luck with that. Man, good luck with that Snoop and Be Real at the same time.
Man, listen, I'll probably get you.
Yo, I want to shout out the chat before we close it out. Hashtag Ben Frank, Analog Lady, John Duvall, man, Zahil, we got Necklace Cage, man, the Formula SP, man. Matic 2010 was in there. That my boy, I didn't even know he jumped in there. Bully One was here. It said, who else is up there? Always Continue Culture. And I'm trying to hopefully I don't miss nobody. Bully One, did I say that? Phoenix, 510. Who else was it? If I miss somebody, man, welcome to Club Dynamite, of course. But yeah, this is the part of the podcast, man, where I ask you to promote, man. Say something positive, man, and we getting out of here, man. What's up?
All right, check it out, man. First and foremost, thank you for having me. Thanks to the chat for taking some time out of your Friday. It's Friday. I know y'all can be out here wilding out, getting ready to fuck up the night or whatever. Y'all sitting here with us. We appreciate it. I want to promote the Los Angeles and Sin City project. I want to promote my you go to my IG, you go to my Twitter, you go to my threads, you hit that link. I just relaunched my personal website. So there's a good chance a lot of stuff gonna come off of Bandcamp and go straight to, you're gonna come straight to the source. We're gonna cut out the middleman as much as possible. I want you to check out Dazed Ninjas podcast. You look it up wherever you find podcasts. That's my brother, my business partner, my best friend, Club Dynamite's venture. Shout out to D Continent. And make sure y'all tune in next Friday to THHC. Keep supporting dope shit like this. We don't get to do this, and we deserve the same space. So we got to support our own and sustain our own ecosystem in this shit. So thank you for having me. Los Angeles and Sin City. And fucking buckle up, because I promise you the next thing you hear from me, you're going to hear from me, nigga. You feel me? Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you.
Yo, man, I appreciate it, man. What I usually say at the end of any podcast, man, show more love than hate, man. If you get up tomorrow and with another day of, a breath, man, you know what I'm saying? If you was bad yesterday, be good today, man. That's all I can tell you, man. Just keep it simple, man. All right, man, we getting out of here, man. Again, Vern, man, really, man, it's been a great conversation. And that's pretty much what it is, man, when you're on the THHC podcast, the Hip Hop Connoisseur podcast. We here to speak on the culture, man, and just, bless anyone that deserves a blessing, man. You deserve many blessings, man. So what up, Vern, Los Angeles and Sin City, Gallery Peach? Y'all about to, man, if y'all don't check out this dude, don't watch my podcast no more. Stop playing.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean?
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Oh, Nums came late. Come on, Nums, man. You gotta come late, man. What's up, Nums?
I got a crazy record with Nums. What you talking about? Peace, Nums. Hey, tell him, Nums. Listen, I've been
what up, Nums, man?
I'm telling you, I got bits and pieces. Shout out to the Black Depths too. I got damn near half a project with dude too.
Oh.
And if y'all heard that Murder Castle he did with God, I Am God, Black Depths is serious. And so shout out Rakim Shabazz too, and that Wise to Dome project. That Sean.
Oh yeah, that Wise Dome part. Oh, that shit crazy.
That shit crazy, right? So everything is everything, man. And peace to Analog Lady. Like I said, that's my sis. And You know, we're gonna do big things in the future, as long as y'all rocking, man. But I'm definitely a fan of the show, and I can't wait to see who you have on next week.
Next week, I'll
That's
probably do a
big.
special. Next week, I'm gonna do a special, probably because it's it's the hip hop 50th. I'm gonna do some. I don't know if I'm gonna guess or not. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I got a good month and a half or 2 months of guests coming on, so I won't leak the guests yet. But I'm gonna keep it moving, man. Num says "Devil in the Sundress" is one of my favorite songs this year.
That's big.
I just heard the joint that you did with the Cleaver. Shout out to the Cleaver. Shout out to the Cleaver. And Num, shout out to Nums and Nums Music, man. You doing your thing, man. Shout out to
Philly. He is.
And everybody, man.
I need you to get with me though, man, because I need to talk to you about this pod, man. And maybe we can do something. I like this energy, bro.
All right, man. We getting out of here, man. Bless the podcast. Bless everybody in the chat. Bless everybody that came through. Bless people that's watching it now, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. And if anybody want a book, I just came up with a second book. First book, second book, man. Stop playing. Get the books. You can get 2 for $30. They're $20 a piece. Get the books, man. I just started putting stuff, writing stuff, and it's about y'all. It's about the artists. You'll be surprised that your favorite artist is in these books, man. So you know what I mean. So I talk about, even if I'm talking about What Up Vern chapter, I might mention Nums in the chapter. You know what I'm saying? Like you just never know.
Hey, is it available on ebooks?
They are on ebook too as well. I got 3 books actually. One of them is my ebook, but I got just an ebook. I'm only doing EPs on ebooks only, but I'm doing full albums on actual books that you can actually get a copy or an ebook. So
okay, I'm gonna get with you. Stay in touch, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, y'all. One love, man. THHC Podcast. What Up, Vern, man? Peace out, y'all.
Peace
LA.
out.
We come from LA or Nevada back to Boston. Peace.